Welcome back to Make It Strong Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2.
Hi, guys. I'm Fernando.
I'm Courtney.
Boom. So this is Episode 2, Season 2.
I just said that.
Oh, did you? Well, we want to make people laugh when they're hearing us. So.
Fernando feels more important than me.
No, never. But we do have two special guests with us, two wonderful young ladies, Sierra and Shelby.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Use your woman voice.
Hey.
So, Sierra, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how long you've been in the industry.
So I'm originally from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Go Pack Go.
Cheesehead.
Yes, absolutely. I have been in the industry since I was 16. Serving was my first job, so it's been a minute. It makes me feel so old.
How old are you, 21?
I wish, thanks. I just turned 27, actually.
Oh, shit.
I know. Don't age me.
Grandma. You don't ask people how old they know.
Especially a female, first of all.
It's 2023.
Equality. I have been, serving ever since. I actually started bartending when I moved to Jacksonville, so about 3 years ago, during COVID, actually, so that was really fun.
Oh, you started during COVID?
Yes.
Oh, I bet that was interesting.
Yeah, it was. It was very interesting, actually. But it was actually kind of nice because I got to, ease my way into it. Just
slowly.
Slower, trying to learn everything. And then I started at Lemon Bar, and I am now at Bricks and Ritz, living my best life, bartending there.
Hashtag flawless. And Shelby.
So I've lived here my whole life. Don't know how I feel about that.
It's not bad.
I started hosting when I was 16. I totally missed the question earlier.
What were you hosting?
Camilla, 86.
Oh, Camilla.
Restaurant.
I probably saw you there multiple times when I was drunk.
Really
It's
good
Camilla. not
Camilla.
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 Big misconception.
Dang.
So I started hosting there, started serving when I was 18, and then I started getting in more the bar industry when I started working at Lemon Bar in, April? And then I didn't actually start bartending until October.
Okay.
So we got
You're fresh.
We got fresh meat,
fresh
rookie.
Rookie.
Yeah, I know. That's where I started. Lemon Bar, Ritz.
I mean, it's a good place to learn.
I feel like a lot of people start at Lemon Bar, especially out here.
I mean, I love it. I probably wouldn't go anywhere else.
Are you still at
least
Lemon?
for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Every now and then I'll go down to Bricks to serve with Sierra.
I like that you guys can kind of go between each bar if you wanted to.
It's nice.
It's nice being able to change your atmosphere too. I'm not at Lemon Bar anymore. I know I worked Thanksgiving for Pete'sgiving, but other than that, I don't really go to Lemon. But it's nice to get the different crowds at Bricks versus Ritz because I feel like they're two very different beasts and environments.
I used to switch between Bricks, Ritz, Lemon Bar. And between me and Angel, we're probably one of the only few that didn't mind going back and forth. I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool because it gave me the ability to talk trash to other bartenders. Especially when they were trying to put me down, oh, I'm better than you. Okay, well, go to the Lemon Bar and show me. Because the screens we used the same POS system, but the screen was a little bit different, the layout. But it was, so for me, to be a versatile bartender between those three bars, I'm yeah, no, I don't. It gave me the ability to brag.
Someone told me.
Don't come at me with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Someone told me Angel committed the ultimate Dorgeisen when they were younger. Apparently, he was he came in there all the time with different girls or whatever, and then he was actually kind of dating this girl for a while, but he was always going to, I think it was Bricks, with this different girls. His girlfriend never really came out, and Angel pulled I've never seen her before, and it was his girlfriend.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he's
that's right.
The ultimate Dorgeisen.
You never rat out your fellow guy or girl.
I think he said this was 10 years ago, and he still is we're just now getting along.
Well,
And I thought that was pretty funny.
But did he do it on purpose?
I don't, well, Angel's Angel. He's there.
No, it is true. And I know I was called out before at St. Augustine, like 4 or 5 years ago, and the bartender made a mistake and he apologized, like, "Oh, I didn't mean to do it," but it was similar to that. I'm like, "Bro, I'm not an asshole. Don't call me out."
I
Do
just
it
think
to-
it's funny. It's like 10 years later, and he's still like, me and him are just now getting to.
Did he ever
past
say his
it.
name?
Huh? Did I
Did he
say
ever
his
say his name?
Whose name?
The guy Angel was talking about.
Angel didn't tell me the story. The guy told me the story about Angel.
Oh wait, I know who you're talking about.
The man holds grudges.
Yeah. Angel wouldn't remember that.
He probably didn't mean to. So, Sierra, you've been in the industry longer than Shelby. Shelby. So now that obviously you've been hosting since you were 16, but now that you're like being behind the bar and you're getting to know more in depth of the industry, what do you think so far?
I mean, I think it's fun. It definitely is a change of pace. I think if I went back to a regular serving job, I would probably hate my life a little bit more. Um,
It's always nice that when you're behind a bar, there's a boundary almost, even though it's just a bar, there's still a boundary between you and the people.
well, and then even serving at Bricks and Lemon is completely different because we don't have sections. And we just
Oh, you don't?
We do. It's either at Bricks inside or outside, and then Lemon a certain group of tables. But everybody does everything, so you're not oh my gosh, these 4 tables are only mine. No one else can help me. It's not as stressful, which is nice.
Yeah.
Especially during football season when it's packed, we have a line out the door. Having to function with sections, I feel would just be such a hot mess.
Yeah.
People are constantly getting up, going to the bar, getting their own drinks, going back, changing tables, and it's just
As long as everyone holds their own. Because you always sometimes you get that one person that's just dog shit.
Yeah,
Literal.
Or they're coming wasted and or hungover, and it's okay.
calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah, when I went to the Bricks during COVID to help out for a month, and some people were experienced, some people were brand new that weekend with me, and I had to pick up the slack for a couple of the people. I didn't mind it, but it was just annoying.
I mean, and that's the other part too, because we all split tips. So if you're not pulling your weight and I'm busting my ass 5 times harder than you are, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah.
'cause-
And it always depends, if it's once because you don't feel good or something, okay. But if you're the designated person that works like shit, then
Yeah.
that's when it becomes a problem.
Because at the Bricks, what you just say you guys don't have sections for for the tables?
It's
No.
literally just inside or outside.
Yeah, you're either
Oh,
on
that's
tables
that's
outside
the
or on tables outside.
I can't work like that.
Are you
When I
guys on
was-
some kind of rotation?
There's normally 1 to 2 people on tables, I feel for
Yeah,
the most
it's-
part, depending on the day. But otherwise, you're just constantly rotating. And I mean, the managers will float sometimes too, so they'll be kind of helping you out.
That's
if
not
you
bad,
kinda
though.
get around, No.
I know at Lemon Bar we had sections, and it wasn't as crowded as it is now with the amount of tables, but we were each individual had a section, and there was times where I had the 1 through 5s under the awning and the 20s, which that was the section, and it was one of the slowest sections, and I hated it because it was slow, and it felt like I wasn't doing my job, but I was doing my job. Then I would go in and help out the other section, and my manager Ashley always yelled at some of the cocktail waitresses who had my section and couldn't handle it. How can you not handle this slow section when it's really slow?
Yeah.
And it just sucked that we had to share tips.
I think that's one thing too, as to why we don't have sections, because at Bricks and Lemon, and I mean it doesn't really pertain to Ritz because they don't have tables, but everybody splits tips. So if you're on tables, you're still splitting with the bar. If you're on bar, you're still splitting with the people who are on tables. So I think it makes it easier for everybody just knowing that you actually are working as a team versus you have these 3 tables, but you're not necessarily getting the tips from these 3 tables, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's nice to just even out your attention to everybody versus
Yeah.
just focusing on a certain amount of people.
Well, and it's nice too, because if you get like a really sucky table, like you don't have to. I go over there once. If you're rude to me,
Somebody else.
Yeah,
I'm not.
weird.
I am not coming back to you. Like
Because some
straight
people
up.
just don't like you off rip,
Yeah.
but then they'll be fine with another server. You
Yeah.
know, it's a weird weird thing. What are you doing? You're messing with my sound.
Just playing with it. Still going in and out, but whatever.
That's fine.
You guys had sections at Wild Wings at Tilt to Kilt, right?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't that crazy.
No, you had like 5 tables. Unless you were the only server, and then you had the whole restaurant, and then it's like, okay, come on.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like there was times I was at Lemon Bar and somebody would want to switch from cocktail into bartend. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind floating around, and there was times where I'm like, yeah, I'll go cocktail. And sometimes the manager was like, yeah, that's fine, go. But there was a couple of times where the manager was like, no, I'm trying to see how this person performs in their
I've seen that
section
before.
outside.
I worked at a bar that you didn't split tips, which was very, very weird. So it was
Like a
it was
bar?
yeah, it was Mavericks when Mavericks
Didn't
was still
split-
open. Whenever I worked there, they didn't split tips. They had your bar, your well, your section,
Oh, yeah,
your
that's right.
computer, and only the people that started their tabs on your computer, there were the only tabs on your computer. So I don't know. You guys probably are too young for Mavericks.
I don't know.
I
what
went
that is.
to a concert there one time.
It was like a huge place. Like
Yeah.
it's a 2-story building. Like it's huge. It was
Is that the landing? Right?
I don't
Huh?
even know what
Is that the
landing
landing?
is.
It was at the
Yeah, okay.
landing.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if this
You ever
person
been to
started a
downtown?
tab,
Like
you would have to run around to the other bartenders, and be like, "Hey, do you have their tab? Hey, do you have their tab?" It was insane. Most disorganized place.
I feel
It's
like
so
I'd be like
inconvenient.
such a shark in that situation. Like, hey, I can help you over here.
Yeah, it was nice when you could do that, but if people were, you had to stay in your section, and then if you know how at the bar people stand at the bar, and you get those people who just want to stand right in front of your well, then you're
Yep.
screwed because you're not making money.
Right.
It was just a very weird bar to be at.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to work somewhere where, hey, this is my section. Just come see me because I'm the one that keeps the tips. But what happens if? I mean, I don't know. I
I
couldn't do
feel like
that.
sometimes I miss working in an atmosphere, like, especially because, I mean, for the most part, bartenders and the people, like servers, cocktail, whatever, will switch at Bricks. And I don't know, I kind of miss, like, having my own sections and keeping my own tips because you start to learn, like, your regulars, you get those people that are constantly coming in to see you. And they're tipping you thinking that they're tipping you, but they're really tipping
Everybody.
the whole restaurant. So it's like, yeah, that $100 you just left me, I'm gonna see like 5 of it. So
I know when I go to some of the other places, like I know an actual restaurant, I know that server, the waitress is going to get that money.
Yeah.
And I know if I go to Flying Iguana and I'm sitting at the bar, I know my tip is going to be split between them too, if they don't do hourly. But
I mean, I've told people like straight up before they ask like, "Do you split tips?" And I say no because sometimes I know they're gonna tip me better
Right.
if I say that we don't split tips.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
I would still tip the same.
One big family sharing everything.
We share tips
What
here.
is it? One all for one and one for all?
Yeah.
I feel like I fucked that up.
no, I think that's
Okay.
right.
What is it? All for one for all?
I don't know.
All for one, one for all.
I don't know.
Sounds about right.
'Cause you're all
3
for
Musketeers, right?
One for all.
I think so. I can't remember. No.
I'm not the person to ask that.
How about so obviously you guys are very attractive. How often do you guys get hit on?
All the time.
No.
So modest about it.
Oh, all the time.
I mean, I'm
All
like
the time.
I'm hesitant on my answer. She's like, all the time.
But they're not cute. It's never the cute ones.
No, it's
All
never.
right. So let's make sure we don't drop any names. But what's been the worst, either pickup line or worst way someone had tried to get your number or pick you up while you were at
Oh,
work?
I have got this one. in
so
the
do
bag.
I.
So
You go first.
one day at Lemon Bar, this table of guys came in. Me and one of my coworkers. We were like, "Oh my god, like they're all so cute," and we had like. We'd take turns going to the table because we're like, okay, like it's my turn to go bring their drinks. Like, okay, let me go take their order. Well, the one guy ended up being really weird, like shocker. So he's like asking me for my number, my Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. So I was like, oh, maybe later. Like, I'll let you know. Just because I don't just give that out.
Yeah, it's always awkward at
And,
work.
Yeah. I'm like, no, don't hand me your phone and like type it in. That's gross. And so then, just the day goes on. They leave. He comes back, gets another drink from the bar. And he's waiting at the trash can. And so, by the trash can of all places.
Yeah, like there's so many other spots.
I'm gonna wait by the trash can. And so
That was the first red flag.
yeah. And so then my manager was like, hey, is he bothering you? And I was like, no, I mean, he's tipping us, like buying drinks. I don't really care. He can sit on the trash can all he wants, so whatever. And so then
Trash sitting with the trash.
then he's like waiting. We do last call, whatever, still by the trash can.
Oh, so he was a late nighter.
And we're like trying to close everything down, and then he leaves. He comes back through the Seahorse Hotel, like through the pool, and I'm like wiping off a table in the courtyard, and he's like, hey, like, please just give me your Snapchat. And I'm like, what is going on right now? I'm like, you are gonna get kicked out, like, just leave. I'm like, I'm not giving you my information, like, you're just being weird at this point. And then one of the door guys at the time came around. He was like, he's bothering you. And I was like, yeah. So as he's coming around this way, my manager comes through the pool, and then he just runs off back to the hotel. Gone. And trash can boy.
That's weird.
Was
Yeah.
he
Weird.
cute?
He was okay. He was foreign. So.
Oh yeah. Like what type of foreign? Like
Red
Spanish
flag
foreign?
So they're motivated. They don't take no for an
Spanish,
answer.
European.
European. I think he was from France.
Oh yeah. You,
But that automatically makes you a 7, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like
So-
a little accent.
Yeah.
The accent.
so you do realize that every country or region is very different on how people flirt.
Oh, 100%. Like, from all the traveling I've done, it's so different everywhere. And I
don't feel like that's an excuse for being creepy, though.
No,
No,
and I was
but
going to say,
he
I don't
probably-
know.
Heading through the hotel?
He probably thought he wasn't being
get
creepy. He
through.
probably does that in France, and it fucking works. With
You're
his-
the only one
with his-
sticking up for this guy. You just noticed that we are
With
all.
his French accent.
Oui, ha ha.
Wait.
It's because we've all been there before.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not an excuse. Don't be weird. Don't go through the hotel to come by the pool that's next to the bar that I work at.
So, for example, I'm Mexican, right? Born and raised in California.
You are?
But
Didn't know.
the way if you're flirting with a Spanish American girl that were born here, compared to someone that was born in Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, Mexico, the way they talk to you, it's a little bit different. Like I would take it as flirting. Damn, she wants me, but no, she's just being nice because the words she's using. If those words are being used like in LA or somewhere around here, it's considered as flirting. But because they say it so often,
It's just like normal conversation.
normal conversation.
I don't think Trash Can Boy was trying to have a normal conversation.
Well, like mi tesoro. It was just some of the words that were used in Spanish, like in other countries. They were just being affectionate, being friendly, not, hey, I'm interested in you. So,
I mean, I can understand that.
But he spoke English?
not really less. What about yours, Sierra?
Mine actually happened kind of recently. I was working at Ritz, and I had noticed this group of guys come in. They were pretty cute, so I was like, oh, I'm going to help them. It was slow, and I take that back, not too recently, like probably like two and a half months ago. And there was this one specifically that was kind of like dropping hints, like making comments. I was like, okay, whatever. And at this point, I wasn't wearing a name tag, and for me, I've had like bad experiences in the past, just like creepy people like finding my social media and doing weird things when I wear a name tag. So I wasn't wearing one, and he asked me what my name was, so I told him. Within 5 minutes, I look at my phone. I have a new follow request and then a message that says, "Fate brought me to you." Feet pics ?
Was he still at the bar when he sent
was
this?
still at
Oh.
Wait, did he say Faith brought me to you? Feet pics?
Fate.
Oh, Faith.
Fate brought me to you.
That's the weird word in this sentence.
Yeah.
... Feet pics ?
No, I was talking about feet pics.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
I was was like, there's no way this man has the balls to be sitting this when he's sitting in front of me right now.
I mean,
That's impressive though. Like,
I mean, the audacity, it was there.
he's trying to
I would have called him out in front of everybody.
Oh, I did.
I'd be like,
I was
hey, is
I was
this
like,
you? Did you ask for my
said that.
feedback?
He literally was like, is this you? He's like, I'm like, that's what I
Why
thought.
would you do it while you're sitting at the bar? Like, that just doesn't really make
Wait
sense to
till you
me.
leave.
Yeah.
Like,
How about the ones that send you inappropriate pictures?
Dick pics.
delete,
blocked,
block,
reported.
bye.
I'm gonna start screen recording it and just sending it to you, Fernando. I'll screen record it and just send it to you.
Oh yeah, I know, right? It's like, no, I don't want to see that
Especially
stuff.
if it's unsolicited.
Yeah,
like,
that's the worst.
It's weird. Like, who has that much confidence where they're like, she's gonna love this? The videos, like, who are you? Why?
What if I'm like at a family dinner and I decide to check my phone really quick and then it's like, oh my god.
That's why I have a privacy screen.
Or it's weird if you're like, you go to a bar and you see somebody who's done that and you're like, that guy sent me a video of his dick. Like, never met him before, but that's him.
I've never received a dick pic, and I'm like, damn, I'm shy.
Yeah.
I've been with friends where they're showing me their DMs on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. It's like, oh my God, these guys are just blowing me up just because I post a bikini pic. And then we were at another bar drinking. She's like, oh my God, look, I got another DM. Oh, since it's a picture. Oh, and it was,
Never mind.
and 20 minutes later, we're at the bar and we see this guy, the same guy that did it, walk across. I'm like, all right, let's close out. Let's get out of here.
I feel like if I had a few
God.
drinks in me, I'd definitely call him out.
I feel like I would too. I don't even know if I need a few
Like,
drinks.
I'm a very confrontational person, so like, if you do
You're
that,
Spanish.
that's why. Spicy.
Brr, caliente.
Suave.
I just wish I had half that confidence. Like, yeah, they're gonna love this.
But if they do it to 80 girls, how many of them are going to respond? 1, 2?
0.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a girl that's gonna be like, oh yeah, that.
Oh yeah, I want you-
Octopus right
let's put
there.
it in there. Yeah, that's true. No, that is true.
I don't know. I just think.
What
I
about
don't
you,
think dick
Courtney?
pics do anything. I don't like.
Thank
It's more of just like, ha, I can get them to send it to me, or I have it for like.
But okay,
Stash.
so since we're in this topic, obviously a guy sends a dick pic to a girl without her even asking, obviously inappropriate. But what about when a girl sends titty pics or another,
It's different.
different.
Boobs are hot. Girls are
or
hot.
the picture of her kitty cat
Her vagina.
From Meow Meow.
to
Punani.
do guys really say, "Oh my God, I can't believe she sent. I don't want to see this."
No.
Guys
It's
are
just
never
it's
gonna
it's
say
like a
that.
double standard.
If a girl sent me that, I'd be acting different. Than a guy like,
I
You're
don't
about
know.
to make me act up.
yeah, like
I don't
girls
know,
are
it's
hot.
just-
Fernando, wieners are not.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I
It's
listen.
so
I'm just.
funny. I actually recently had this conversation with this guy that I've been seeing, like, long distance. He doesn't live here. And I told him, I was like, don't ever send me a dick pic because I will not be, anytime I'm aroused by it, don't send me a video. I will be more than happy to send you things, but, like, the second you send them back, no.
Unless, you,
And-
what if you want to ask for it and see it, like phone sex?
Words can be hot. Like
Yeah,
guys
no.
can definitely
That's
be
what I
hot
said. I
with
was
his
like,
words, but
text me like something hot, but like do not send me videos. Do not
That's
send me pictures.
that like actually is a turn off for me.
Yes.
Does
It
phone
is.
sex still?
No.
I don't think that's a thing still.
It's
There's
not a
like
thing anymore?
FaceTime now, and
FaceTime, and it's like, Lola. Yeah, I guess. How times have evolved. What about you, Courtney? I know you have plenty.
I hate the, oh, can I get a Coors Light and your number? That happens all the time. I hate that. That's so
What's the worst
cheesy.
one? Like-
the worst one, it was very vulgar, and it was I worked at Tilted, so you had to wear these stupid schoolgirl outfits, and I have cherry blossoms tattooed on my stomach, and he was like, I see you got a tree on your stomach. You need it fertilized, and I'm like,
That's like a really bad pickup line.
it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I don't even remember what this guy looked like. This was, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Obviously, was not cute. if
But
you
it
don't
was
remember
so
it.
bad. I was like, did this motherfucker just say this to me? I think I just gave him the stare. Like,
I hate men.
yeah.
I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah.
I think that would leave me speechless.
Yeah, because it's just like, who says that to people?
I yeah.
that stranger who didn't.
Yeah, it would have been different if it was like some guy I was like seeing and he was joking around maybe or something.
But like, if
But
you
no, he was
was
100%
really
serious
serious.
and just being gross. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the back now and
hide.
yeah, go sit in the walk-in, take my break.
Please leave me alone. Don't ever come in here again.
Well, and then you think about like how many other people have he said like
Weird shit.
weird
too.
stuff like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That almost sounded like a aggressive pickup line.
Oh,
That is
it was something.
Because I mean, that was pretty smooth in a way. Oh
It was smart. Like I could get it. Like it's kind of witty, but very inappropriate.
no, it is.
Yeah.
Especially
It's not like he knew you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then too, if he didn't close out, he's still sitting there. You still have to serve him.
Yeah.
And it's just awkward.
No thanks. Hard pass.
But then you have guys that think they could be inappropriate to the staff just because they're dressed a little provocative.
Oh my gosh, that's literally.
Especially,
Yeah.
Hooters, Twin Peaks.
I applied at Hooters.
You got
Did
the
you get
titties
hired?
For it.
No, obviously I didn't get hired.
Oh yeah, you have tattoos. You probably have to cover them up.
Yeah.
I think that's changed.
I think they
heard that
did
it
change
changed,
it,
that you can have
but-
tattoos.
2023.
2023, baby.
It was really messed up actually. They made me come in for like a regular interview, and then they're like, okay, like come try on the uniform. We'll do your uniform fitting, whatever. So they gave me an extra small top, and I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, they give you they would have given you like a
Why are you
medium,
pointing at
extra medium.
I had to ask for a small. I was like, oh, can I like size up? Like, I mean, I knew they wanted the sizes smaller, so I was
Not
like,
gonna
I
fit
guess
the
it's
boobies.
small. And then they took your picture. I still have mine. It was kind of cute. And then they emailed it to corporate, and corporate approved you to work there.
That's how Tilted was.
And
I don't
then-
think they emailed it to corporate, but you had to do the try on the uniform, take a picture, be all weird.
It was like,
I think that's so crazy.
and I just never heard anything back. I called, and they,
It's probably for the best.
yeah. Looking at it now, I'm like,
Many moons ago, a friend of mine, we were at the Bricks. I was working. I think I was still in college, or I was right out of college, and Hooters on Southside was looking for like a AGM, GM, and the guy that I knew came in. It's like, hey, would you ever work at Hooters? Like bartend? It's like, no, be the AGM, GM. I don't know. That's a lot of hours, and I will get in trouble being there. I'm like, no, not happening.
but
And
you don't want to wear the little orange shorts, little tank top.
that's only like Halloween costumes.
Oh, yeah,
This Halloween.
Just Halloween,
I said this Halloween. Fernando.
2023.
Coming in hot.
unless I lose unless I lose like 20 pounds and lose my dad bod, then I guess I would.
Baby bod. That was so creepy for some reason.
baby boss.
He shaved his mustache and all. Now he's a baby.
Yeah, I shaved my mustache. I'm letting it grow back out.
I told him not to. I tried to talk him out of it.
The whole like handlebar thing. Back
No, not until the season starts.
Just like a little.
The football season.
Football season starts, then I'll start twirling it. So then I'll
I can't
just
take you seriously with that.
With the handlebar mustache?
Yeah,
I like the handlebar mustache.
I like this look. Like just.
don't look 21 though. Don't look like you're right. Don't look like you're super young.
I'm
No.
actually 22. I'm not 21. So
What are you, 22, 23?
I just said I was 22.
Oh.
He's a guy. He doesn't listen very well.
Selective hearing, selective.
Yes, it is selective hearing. Hey, and come on, like you guys don't, like you could tell, I'm sure you've had the point where you've told a guy, it's like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, but he tones that out.
Oh,
as
he
the
just
last
doesn't
word.
care.
No.
We
yeah.
could just be friends.
They did not.
No,
care.
you don't want to be my friend. What are we going to do?
How was my
Go to
shift?
lunch.
Yeah, you want to play some
That was
tic tac toe
my
or
shit.
something?
Go fish.
Yeah. Like, go.
No.
You can't have friends? No,
No.
I can't.
I feel like it's a lot easier for girls to pick up guys than it is guys to pick up girls at the bar. Whether you're working behind the bar or waiting on people, I feel like it's easier.
What's the weirdest thing that a lady said to you?
I don't have any. I'm not
None.
Ryan
feel like
Gosling
that-
looking.
I don't think
Accurate.
Fernando even thinks it's weird though. He's like,
He's probably like.
Tee-hee-hee-hee.
he's probably like, damn.
yeah.
You probably think they're like just joking around, being friendly, when
So-
they are genuinely trying
That's
to
like
flirt
Ted
with you.
Bundy vibes.
I think this was at Lemon Bar, and there were regulars, friends of the people. Anyways, they're friends of good people, and they were way older, probably 60 plus,
Ooh.
70 plus.
Is
but
there some
they were heavy
threesome?
drinkers. Like, we're retired.
This is a swinger story, isn't it?
No, and it was a table. I was what, 23, 22, cocktailing, and taking their orders, and I knew two of the ladies, so I give them hugs. Like, yeah, I'll get you guys going. I come back. A few drinks later, one of the other ladies, he's like, come here, sit down next to me. Like, yeah, what's going on? You know, I'm trying to, I'm being friendly, and obviously, but I didn't.
She was trying to be a little bit friendly.
Yeah, and she's rubbing on my leg. I'm like, okay.
Still nothing. Didn't get it.
And then she's like, yeah, if I was 20 years younger, I would try to hang out with you. I'm like, oh yeah, and if I was like 30 years older, I would hang out with you too. I'm like, and I just got up and walk away. I'm like, did I just get hit on by a 60-something-year-old lady?
That's a gilf.
A gilf?
Gilf.
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, there are some hot, attractive gilfs out there that are in 50s, 60s that take care of themselves, but
Martha Stewart right now is 80, and I don't know if you've seen her lately,
No.
but she's.
no.
Have you seen her? Just the apron on photo shoot.
Who?
Martha Stewart.
No way.
But you
Look it
know
up.
who is
She
pretty?
said, let me.
We can insert this
Let me-
right
this
here
real
of the
quick.
Martha Stewart picture.
Jane Fonda. You guys know.
She was just on Call Her Daddy, actually.
Really?
Shout out to Call Her Daddy. We love you.
Love you,
Well,
Alex.
I love you. But anyways,
I used to listen to it when I was closing Wild Wings, and then all the people would be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" But after like the servers would leave, all the kitchen guys would be like, "What was that? What do you listen to? Can you put on that podcast?" Can we leave a public service announcement? Do not kiss your bartender's hands.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's gross.
So weird. I mean, just in general, like, I feel like most people, like girls and guys, whether you're a guy bartender, girl bartender hitting on a guy or a girl, just like read the vibes before you like put your feelers out there. Like, if they're shutting you down, don't keep going for it because
Yeah.
like they're obviously not interested. So
Well, I just think the whole kissing the hand thing is like, you're a bartender. You're using your hands for everything. People see this guy kiss your hand, and then it's just one, it's unhygienic. Like, I don't know. It makes you feel weird. I may have to go immediately wash my hands, and then you're insulting this person. It's like, okay, just don't do it.
yeah,
It's gross. I don't
is
want your lips
gross.
on my hands.
it's gross and creepy.
It's gross, creepy. Like,
Just
Don't
leave
do
me
it.
alone.
don't touch my hair.
don't touch me.
Don't touch my hair.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Don't touch my hair. I had one girl. We were slammed busy at the Bricks when I used to work there, and I'm in the beer cooler trying to get a beer, and obviously it's inventory night. We're letting it run low, and I'm like getting it, and she leans over the bar and like messes with my hair. I knew the girl and I knew who she was, and I look, I was like, "Don't you ever fucking touch my hair." I'm
You
like,
know how
"I fixed
tempting
it."
it's gonna be now to touch your hair.
No, I would. Okay.
It's all like gel.
Yeah,
If you
like
ever
that.
wanna, if you ever want to see me be a dick and an asshole, mess with my fucking hair.
Or see him hungover.
No, I'm not much of an asshole.
I'm just kidding.
Now you
I
call
don't
me
think I've
man.
ever seen you like be mean before.
If you mess with my hair, I will probably,
That's it. That's how to get
especially if I'm like behind the bar and I'm busy working. Like I had a friend that came over to say hi to me, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love your mustache." "Oh, thanks." And then she like pulls on it.
No.
Don't touch my face.
Don't touch.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you touch my
It all
face,
goes
but
back to don't touch me.
Yeah.
I left the bar and like, all right, let me go to the bathroom, make sure it still looks good. I don't want to look ratchet.
I hate when people like, especially if I'm like on tables. Someone did this to me like
Don't. I know what
for
you're gonna
the Jags game. I'm like walking around, whatever. I have like a bunch of cups in my hand, and he like taps me on my arm, and I turn around. He was like, "Hey, like I just want a drink." And I first of all was like,
Does it
"I am
look like
busy," and so then I go back and I was like, "I have a name tag on. Thank you. I have a name." Like don't bother to read my name tag, ask me what my name is, just immediately just start hitting me.
I would be
Tapping you
so
or
mad.
grabbing your arm.
Like, hey,
yeah,
I'm,
don't.
And the older I get, the grumpier I get,
Yep.
which
Yep.
sounds terrible, but I'm like, now I say some rude things.
I don't think it's that. It just sometimes I people forget their manners. And it's like, just because you do this to your kids or whoever you do it to, you ain't going to do it to me.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I feel like they're people who have either never worked in the industry or don't know anybody who's worked in the industry who act like that too. Because, like, if you know somebody or you've worked in it, you would never act like that.
That's why I said you should work in service industry for at least a year, so you get like the
Yeah.
good, fun things, and then you get the terrible things that happen.
Yeah.
It should be required.
Yeah.
At
A
least.
little
you know,
social
and-
experiment.
And you have people that still look down on the industry. Even just a conversation that I overheard, you had these two girls, and one is dating a bartender, and she was visiting from out of town, so it wasn't someone here. But her friend literally told her, "Why don't you just break up with him? He's just a bartender. He has nothing going on for himself." Like, oh, this is the type of
Probably
like
makes
I was
more than
cringing.
both of you combined, so check yourself.
Like, I don't know. For me, you have a job, you're paying taxes, you're being a productive member of society, so fuck cares.
One of my pet peeves is girls in the service, like bartenders, and they have their boyfriends, and their boyfriends sit at the bar the whole shift.
Or their girlfriends.
Or
too.
their girlfriends. I don't know. I've never seen them, but I've seen girl bartenders, and their boyfriend will be at the bar their whole shift, like just staring at them. I'm like, that's weird.
That would.
At Hooters, it happens all the time. Well, I don't know if it does, but when I used to go to Hooters and see my friend Amanda, like two bartenders behind the bar, and their two boyfriends were there.
That's
It
weird.
just screams insecure.
Yeah.
Insecure, and I would get annoyed. Like, I don't want to see you at work. Like,
No.
I feel like if you're dating somebody who works in the industry, you have to be like very secure with yourself. Like you can't be insecure. You have to like have a lot of trust in that person because again, like whether you're a guy or a girl, chances are if you're good looking, you're going to get hit on and you have to understand that like that's just like part of the job. So if you are wanting to get into a relationship with somebody who does work in the industry, that's something that you need to be aware of.
Since we're in this topic, you say you're in a long distance relationship.
Basically, yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about before. The times that you would hang out with guys, whether you guys were just hanging out, hooking up, or trying to date. Did they ever mention their feelings about how they felt about you being?
Absolutely. I can't like talk about one guy that I used to hang out with that didn't bring it up. It's like, oh, how many guys hit on you today? Like, how many numbers did you get today? Are you gonna leave me for this guy? And it's just like
Insecurity.
insecurity.
Screaming
yes.
insecurity.
Yes. Red flag. I'm just like, if I'm like with you and I'm talking to you, I would hope that you trust me enough to believe me, like when I'm saying that. So, and that's why it's hard, like doing long distance. Is I know he trusts me, but also at the same time, like there's still a piece of like me in the back of my head, like, oh my god, what if he doesn't trust me? Like, what if he thinks I'm like fucking around? But it does suck.
What about you? Well, you just a baby in the industry, so you really don't have.
well, when I started working at Lemon Bar, I was already in a relationship, and like at that point, it was like, okay, like this is something new. This is fun. Like I love working there.
Yeah.
I love the environment. And then like slowly as time went on, then I started working at Bricks, and I was like, okay, like Bricks is fun. There's not really a uniform. Like I can wear like obviously what I want within like certain dress codes, whatever. And I was like, okay, that's a nice way to switch it up. So then I'd go back and forth between the two, and then it got to the point where he was like, I don't. What did he say? He was like, I can't wait for you to quit this job. And I was
Why?
like, because he hated that. So he was working like 9 to 5, Monday, Friday, like office, desk job, whatever. And I'm like out here, like, my hours are going to change every week. It's
Yeah.
not the same. And he just didn't, I don't know if he couldn't fully understand, like, that it's just part of the job, like the hours or the fact that like you get hit on a lot. I don't think he appreciated that. But then from my point of view, I was like, I'm making money, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my coworkers, like I'm having a good time. If you can't trust me enough to turn these people down,
then you shouldn't be in a relationship with
Yeah.
me. Like you have to, if you don't trust me enough for me to work in a bar, then you shouldn't be together. Because then you obviously don't trust that person at all, pretty much.
yeah.
You know,
And I think like it was that comment that I can't wait for you to not work here anymore.
you're fucking with mine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Is it good?
Yep, you fucked it up again. That one's
Oh,
okay.
it's not hers. It's
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
But he said that to me on Christmas. So
Oh.
What do you say?
he said, I can't wait for you to not work here anymore. That's fun.
You don't have to date me. Like, oh, it's
Literally.
fine.
I had a. So I try to learn my lessons when it comes to just to life in general. I started dating this girl who was in the Navy. I was in the Navy. And I was a door guy at the Ritz, bar back. And when I first started, she's like, "Oh, this is cool." But then she saw me when I was checking IDs or I was at the exit. The amount of people that were like, "Oh my God, Fernando, what's up? Oh my God, hey!" You know, giving me hugs, guys, girls, my friend and their wives. She just started being jealous, hated me in the industry. And one day she's drinking with one of her friends. I'm at the exit, and the 10 o'clockers are coming in. And it's my friends are coming in. Becca, she comes in. "Oh, hey, Fernando, hey," gives me a hug. My friend Albert and Liz, who are married, they come in. I see Albert. I dab him up. His wife gives me a hug. She comes over. "Why are you letting these fucking bitches hug you? They're my friends." And then that's Liz, Albert's wife. And it's like, "I don't give a." I'm like, okay. Anyway.
Was this the crazy ex?
Sis, calm
Yes, the
down.
one. So I hope she. I don't know. I just hope my ex.
Hey, if you're watching this.
I hope. No, she lives in California, in San Diego, where she belongs. I just hope you hear this because you're the worst fucking person ever. The worst fucking person ever.
One more time.
The worst fucking
All together,
person
guys.
ever.
The,
The worst fucking
fucking
person
Oh, I missed the
ever.
word.
No, she was, and so that ended pretty bad. But I told myself,
I could not tell.
if I told myself if I ever start dating someone or hooking up with someone and they're showing those flags, I'm like, "Nah, see you later. Yeah, we ain't doing this."
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a pro though. Like
It's a good
Especially-
learning point.
especially like Jack's Beach. So I've bartended back in Wisconsin and here, and I feel like it's so nice because we have all of these bars that are so close together, and you get to know so many people.
So many people.
And it's like we have our own community, and whether we all love each other or like we all hate each other, it's always like, I don't know, we're always like a family, I guess.
No, it is. I wholeheartedly agree. And what's cool about Jack's Beach and the bars and the people that work here is I've been in the industry so long that I have become friends with people that still live out of town, and they come to Jacksonville to vacation, and they'll send me a text or a message on Facebook. "Hey, are you at the Ritz today? Are you at the Bricks? We're in town." And every year or twice a year they come in, and when I go back home to California, I don't have that sense of, "Oh, I can't wait to go to this fucking dive bar," because they don't. I mean, it's just not the same.
It's not the same, yeah.
So for me, it's.
I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely all like a trust thing. But I'm almost like flattered if like I feel like I would be flattered if my
I mean, yeah.
like that, you know, you're sitting there getting like the hugs and the attention, like you're like the cool guy. And if
Yeah,
you're
I think
dating
those
that
obvious
person,
people.
yeah, like I would almost be flattered, but I mean, I think that's because I grew out of my jealousy stage. Like when I was 20, 21, yeah, I was jealous, but now I'm like,
I've never really been that much of a jealous
Oh,
guy.
I'm such a jealous bitch.
still?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I feel like when I was younger I am, but now I'm like, meh, please hit on him.
I'm not.
I mean, I feel like it like in different aspects. Like if I see a girl like trying to get with my man, I'm like,
Oh, obviously.
It's different if it's
no,
disrespectful.
No, but like for me, that's like a for me, that's a turn on.
'Cause that means
like,
he's
hot.
other people want what I have.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You'd be like, okay,
Damn, Shady.
I guess you could say that.
but just don't be disrespectful,
Right.
Yeah.
because there's a difference.
I just have learned just to let it go. I'm like, okay. Let it go.
You know,
out of my hands,
Wish
not
that
my
could be
problem.
me.
like the comment that your ex said, saying, "Oh, I can't wait for you to quit that job." I was hanging out with some chick. This is back in my Bricks days. We weren't even dating. We were just hanging out. But she made that comment similar. Like, oh, I can't wait for you to quit the job. She was not jealous. She just wanted to spend more time and have the same schedule. You know, she was having to stay up late sometimes so she could hang out with me. So when she said that similar comment, I didn't take it as she wanted me out of the industry because she didn't want me around girls or felt insecure. She just wanted.
That's a little bit
It's-
more
yeah.
understandable.
No, and that's why
schedules.
that's why I
It's
never
the
cut it
tone,
off.
the context.
I get the opposite schedules 100% though.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
and we were living together too, so like I thought that would be.
That should have been a lot easier.
Should have been. But you would think that if I would work all weekend and he would have the weekends off, like, okay, we're not going to see each other then, so let's try and make time during the week to see each other. Well, I mean, I had lacrosse Monday and Wednesday nights, but like after that, I'd pick up dinner, like whatever. I'd pick it up, he'd pick it up, we'd have dinner together, and then Tuesday and Thursday, we'd have time to hang out. No, he would go to the gym instead, which is
Oh,
fine.
so it's not like
Like-
he's hindering his schedule to
Right.
hang out with you and you can't.
I'm like, that's fine, go to the gym, but don't get an attitude with me when you say there's no time to hang out when you could have.
You're
gone-
choosing to go to the gym. You can go to the gym on the weekends when I'm working.
Go to the gym when I'm at lacrosse, at the weekends when I'm working. Like, it's a whole thing.
Men are so clueless. So oblivious.
No, I think they know what they're doing. They're just manipulative.
Yeah.
Girls do it too. Girls do it too.
Do we though?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say we're innocent, but we both do a lot of things that we should never do.
I agree.
I'm not gonna say I'm innocent, but I know in the past relationships it was like, why are you mad? I'm going to the gym, or something. Like I had an ex, rest in peace. All my free time was devoted to her. I was in college, I was working, so any free time I had, we would spend together. And I would spend the night at her house. And one day, it just started escalating. It was more about hanging out with each other and time, not jealousy. But I just lost it. I'm like, you're the one that went out, hang out with your friends, instead of hanging out with me. I'm not bitching about the time. You are bitching about the time. Then why am I? Don't make me feel bad. When you just had 3 days, you were able to hang out with me, but you decided to go out and get drunk, or you decided to go out of town, or you decided to go do something separate. And I was okay with it because I understand you need to do your things, but she just, we ended up breaking up. But yeah, it was just.
I mean, I mean, I did the same thing a couple times. Like, I obviously would go out with my friends, and he going back kind of that, he's like, oh, well, you go out all the time. And, like, there's a difference in going out and then, like, getting off of Lemon after having a shit shift. Like, you just worked your ass off. You're so exhausted. You want to go get a drink at Pete's.
It's a little, yeah.
It's different, and I think that was also hard for him to understand.
That, I think, is a big thing for people to understand. Like, getting off a shift, you're stressed out. Sometimes you just want to drink. Like, doesn't mean you're going out to get wasted
No.
every night. You're having
And it
and
might happen.
a lot of it might happen,
It's
but
true.
hopefully it doesn't happen too often. Especially when you're like usually going to meet a coworker
Yeah.
after work or something like that. It's not like you're going out to pick up guys. You just got off work from sweating all day at
Yeah,
Lemon.
literally.
You think the last thing I want to do is pick up a guy after work. I just want to bitch about my shift with my coworkers.
Talk
I
about all
smell
the
like-
shitty people that I
Yeah.
dealt with
Yeah.
today.
Well, it's like I smell like shit. My makeup is like smeared all over my face. Like my hair's a
I
mess.
promise I'm
and-
not going to go get a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even here during the summer, we're all hot and sweaty. The last thing I want to do is go to packed ass like Ritz or Bricks and be around people.
Yeah.
I'll go to like a slow bar and have a drink, and hopefully no one
decompress.
smells me.
Yeah.
Like hide in the corner like a troll.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
Sunday, I got off and I just wanted to sit down. Sat at the bar, and tavern was getting a little bit busy. I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Went to the Ritz. They were slow. Had a drink there, whatever. But I was just there, talking to Marcus, talking to one of the door
I
staff.
feel like it's so hard for you to go somewhere though and like not talk to people because you know everyone.
Well, if I want to be by myself and drink, then I'm gonna go home. But I'm not that.
That is
depressed.
very depressing.
You know, like no, I just want to sit down and like, oh, okay.
Relax.
Just let me drink this shot, drink the beer, whatever it is, and just
Chill out.
Wusa.
Yeah.
like Thursday nights, I used to go out after work, like at midnight, 12:31, and then lately it's been where I'm like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
So it's been a long day, and my hangovers are super bad now.
Same.
So I don't.
Makes me feel so old.
I'm. Yeah, we're not talking about age here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything. Time to do a shot. Cheers to you girls.
Cheers. That's like a.
Does anybody else do like the whole little sandwich thing, or am I just that big of a
Sandwich.
bitch? Yeah,
Take
I
a
take a
sip
little
of
bit of the
cranberry.
chaser.
Oh yeah,
and
I
the
do
shot.
it. It depends on the mood. Sometimes I want to be a little bitch, and I'll drink the whole cranberry first and take the shot.
Damn.
Sometimes you're feeling feisty, you just straight vodka.
Straight, no chaser.
And it's
Raw dogging it.
I love you, but it wasn't chilled either, so I feel like I have to get a little.
Yeah,
Was that not chilled?
No.
it was chill.
Oh.
The cranberry wasn't, but
No, the cranberry wasn't.
and we have no ice in the well, so maybe that's why the
probably
cranberry,
what it
cranberry was lukewarm.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like when my shots are ice cold.
Yeah, then you get a freaking brain freeze.
That's why I can't get into those like frozen drinks or like alcohol milkshakes because I get brain freezes.
I mean,
You know, if you like push your thumb like. To the
I heard
front of the
that.
teeth, it helps a little, but I don't think it goes away
you
completely.
just have to pace yourself more on those. I figured.
You guys ever seen a cat get a brain freeze? It's the best.
No, I've seen a cat.
Do
get
you even
scared
own a
of
cat?
camera.
No, when I was little, growing up, I
I
used
was
to
like,
have
what?
cats. I used to have kitty cats. Yeah,
I wish I could be a cat person and a dog person.
I'm definitely a dog person.
me too. Arf.
Dogs don't like me.
Oh,
Dogs don't like you?
No, I don't know what it is. I love
Does that
So
mean
you're
you're a bad
saying-
person?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So you're saying guys don't like you?
whatever.
Men are dogs.
I love dogs. Like I'll see cute dogs out in the street and I go up and pet them and like 90% of the time they run away from me.
Are they little asshole dogs?
Any kind of like golden retrievers. Like
Oh, so you're a terrible person. I don't know what you need to repent for, but
You and Corny should be best friends.
dogs like me. We could still repent together. If you're like
yeah.
You can't walk to
bonding.
church, you'll burn.
That's true.
We all work in Jack's Beach. We've all got something to repent for. Let's be real.
We'll
Yeah.
just have a saging party.
Yeah. Just,
Ooh, nice.
Saging party at the rec.
hey, that'd be kind of
Cleanse
fun.
the air.
It would be.
So, ladies, girls, Shelby, Sierra,
Courtney. I'm still a lady.
Fernando, everyone. So, Shelby, what is one shot that you will never ever do, no matter what? It could be a mixed shot or a straight up shot of some sort.
Or it just burned you wrong.
I've learned rumpies. They just don't. They do me so dirty. The problem with rumpies. Rewind like to my 21st birthday. I had like 8, and that was the worst hangover of my entire
You had 8
life.
rumpies?
Yeah.
And you're
Did you
so
die?
tiny.
I did die, yeah. So that was a horrible hangover.
Hashtag
but-
weak sauce.
No,
But-
that's not weak sauce. That's like, I would be
That's
dead.
not a lot. I
That
could
is
drink
a
a
lot.
Rumplemans and not be dying.
You are 2 times her weight.
You calling me fat?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just kidding.
You and your baby bod.
But they also, it's like feral. Like if I have any, like at least one rumpy at any point in my night, I'm either blacking out or I decide that I can go and take things home with me.
Are you a klepto when you
Yeah.
drink? Those are a thing, the klepto drunks.
The rumpies.
What do you
make
mean a
me
klepto
klepto.
drunk?
The people who steal the glasses or rugs or signs.
I-
You never
see-
seen the Jacksonville?
What'd you steal?
No, I have a collection of a few traffic cones.
Traffic cones? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that Snapchat.
It's the klepto
Yeah.
drunks.
Why did you have that big dumpster in?
A dumpster.
This was a trash can from like a public park, a big like blue barrel trash can. Yeah, I had to take it back. I felt bad.
Why do I feel like there's a theme with trash cans during this whole episode? Like,
It's literally
it's coming all back around.
Are we talking about guys or trash or both?
both.
That was funny. I had to take it back.
Just rewind it back. Yeah, I think it's really just rumpies. They make me. I don't like taking things because I have.
Rumpies make you a thief. That's a new one.
I get naked
haven't
with
heard
rumpies.
Red flag.
Whoa. Tequila makes. I like tequila. I have a fun time.
Is that your go-to drink?
My go-to drink is a cherry limeade.
Oh my god.
so
This
sweet.
girl and her cherry limeades.
I like them more sour, on the more sour side.
Thursday
Alright.
nights, she comes in.
Thursday nights,
rolling in
Ritz.
at Ritz for
For cherry
karaoke.
limeade.
I see her and I'm just
Yep.
like, I don't even have to ask. This bitch wants a cherry limeade. Let me make it for her.
And I have been blacked out. I've been so hungover, like you name it, off of cherry limeades, and I can still drink them. They have not done me dirty yet.
They're too sweet.
Mm.
Sugar.
So much sugar.
What about you, Sierra?
Um,
What's one shot drink that you would never, ever, 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 ever do?
We were talking about this before. Gin. I just feel like the smell of it just smells like gasoline. I've had like even like a gin and tonic.
A lot, like with gin, it's so gross. But then the best craft cocktails are made with gin, so it's like,
Well,
ugh.
if it's like the botanical gins,
Gin?
like Bombay, Tanqueray, like
No,
those are good
no.
gins,
No,
but I
no,
don't
I
like
think
them.
it's Tanqueray is.
I like
feel
Hendrix.
Hendrix is good.
because it's a cucumber infused gin, and I actually will drink a Hendrix cocktail.
We have a
The
craft
ocean
cocktail,
cucumber.
yeah.
I feel like if you mix it with simple syrups
And
and
the refresh
shit.
breaks.
Yeah.
And then
just-
we have
I
we have
can't.
this new gin. It's called Breeze, BRIZ.
Okay,
5.
that's actually good.
It's like a strawberry infused gin, and it's pretty good.
It is good.
It does.
Strawberry gasoline.
No, it does not. No, I know what you mean. I hate gin,
I just
but
can't.
this gin is pretty good.
I remember like this past summer, after I moved back here from Wisconsin, I took a little hiatus this winter in Wisconsin, and I would have my friends come into Bricks and make them play like shot roulette. So I would pour like 3 shots of clear liquor and then 1 shot of water, and one of the shots was gin, and I had somebody literally almost puke at the bar. They had to run to a trash can because they took the shot of gin.
Was it just Welgian too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Warm.
Screw
Welsh
you.
gin. I know. I'm such a bad person.
Don't ever buy me a well shot.
No, peasant.
But you know, I'll pay attention. I'll learn my lesson. I'll pay attention if somebody I'm with or a friend or somebody say, "Hey, let me buy you a shot." I make it. I want this, chilled, and then I'll see them order, and if I see the bartender pick up like a well vodka or a well whiskey, I'm like, nah, I'm not taking no well shots. I'm not being like a diva or anything. I just no, I'm not.
Stolio is my go-to for shots.
Yeah.
Always. Chilled Stolio with a Sprite back. That is my go-to.
She likes tequila.
I don't drink
Tequila's good,
tequila. He hates tequila. I think that's why he.
Yeah,
A
tequila.
Mexican who hates tequila.
Yeah, it turns me to a different person, so I don't drink it.
Interesting.
That's
I mean, it
fair.
turns me to.
I feel like I go through my phases with shots. Like I always try to make it easy, so it'll either be like Stolio because it's just readily on hand,
Yeah.
and it's usually 9 out of 10 times bars out here have it in the cooler already. Don't have to chill it. Or I'm a big Tully fan. I love Tully and pineapple bags. If you haven't,
Pineapple.
Pineapple
Maybe
bag.
totally ginger.
Milagro and
It's-
pineapple.
pineapple bag.
No
is where it's
tequila.
at.
I'll learn my lesson.
Tequila. Have you guys tried the green teas with the orange?
Yes,
juice?
those are
So
good.
We call it the
I
orange.
feel-
I
teas.
like it.
I feel like it's so sweet.
I think it was Florida tea. The same thing.
I can
Like
see that being the same
Florida
thing.
orange.
That makes sense.
Someone told me.
They're not
I feel
made
like people
with
just
Florida
make
orange
up
and stuff.
names and they're
Yeah.
like, this is it.
I feel like that's the only time I can drink like Irish whiskeys and a green tea.
Yeah.
You've
well,
never
too
done a
many
car
green
bomb?
teas for me. The sugar.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Cannot.
drink those fast.
That's it. That actually might be a close second. For
Which one?
coffee.
Car bomb.
Oh yes.
Dude, I have the worst car bomb story. Did I say this on the podcast already? I might have.
I don't know.
It was 4th of July. I took car bombs and I was wasted. I was like 21. I thought it'd be a great idea to go skinny dipping. I was with this guy. We ended up dating after, so it was okay. But this is like our first time hanging out. I'm like, we're just gonna bury our stuff right here. Our clothes, our keys, our wallet.
no.
We go skinny dipping. We get out. Everything's stolen. Not gone, stolen. Because I know exactly where I put it. It was the most horrific event of my life. It still scars me to today.
You didn't have any.
But it wasn't
I had no
because of car
clothes.
bombs.
Yes, it was.
Why they made you?
Go skinny dipping. And they ruined my night.
How many car bombs did you have to be that drunk?
Well, it was like at the end of the night. I mean, I'm just blaming it on the car bombs.
Well, just so you know, like liquor, alcohol dehydrates you, but some dehydrate you more than others. So when you drink
I'm sure the heavy beer. Did
like anything with a lot of sugar,
And it
it's
was
gonna-
being 22
Yeah.
out here on the 4th of July.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
I drink. Yeah, my hangovers are pretty bad with Irish car bombs. So
Mine was literally Naked and Afraid Jack's Beach edition. It was terrible.
I cannot imagine. I remember being like blacked out one time going skinny dipping, and apparently I like thought it would be the right idea to take my phone in the ocean with me. And then the next morning I'm like, oh my god, where's my phone? And I do the find my iPhone, and it's literally in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, that's funny. That's a good
I'm
one.
like, is this a joke right now? Am I being punked? Ashton Kutcher, where are you?
no, that sucks.
It was the worst. Going without a phone for a week, I wanted to die.
I went skinny dipping 4 years ago, I think. But I did it on my street on 7th, and I kept looking, like to the, like making sure nobody was
Nobody
taking
saw
her
you.
clothes. Oh yeah, I kept looking. Then I see somebody, and me and my friends were trying to like dunk me in the water. It's like, no, wait, I'm trying to see if they're gonna take her shit. And it wasn't even fun because I was looking at it, and
You were
You
so
had so
worried
much
the whole time.
anxiety.
and I
Yeah.
had money in my pants, so obviously I should have left it in the car.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You were in the right state of mind.
I was pretty drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a skinny dip sober
No.
I don't think anyone.
unless it's my house in the backyard and I have a tall.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, all the times I've skinny dipped, I've been like on the verge of blacking out or blacked out.
Thank you, Rumplemans.
Tequila.
No,
Love that.
Tully for her.
No, I'm fine on Tully. It'd be rumpy.
Honestly,
Yeah.
last week I went out on a Tuesday, racked up this huge tab with my mom of all people at Bricks, went to Ritz after, had 2 Coronas, a shot of Solio, and then Rick, my boss, came up to me and was like, let's take a bomb, a mango bomb.
The mango bombs.
The mango bombs.
He doesn't
After
do the
that,
grape bombs
I was
anymore?
gone.
He's moved on to
No,
mango.
Mango bomb with a yellow Red Bull. So
It's good. It's good.
So
Yeah.
good.
At least it is good.
I don't do the Red Bull.
Too old.
No, it just fucks my stomach up.
Oh, I love me some Red Bull.
Puke.
Do you guys do Red Bull shotguns here, like during your shifts?
No. I would die of a
That's
heart
like,
attack.
Everyone lives off of those. There's times when I've done like 3, like I've shotgun 3
I
Red
think-
Bulls
yeah, I
in
think-
the back, and then I'm like, my hands are so
I
shaky.
think the most Red Bulls like shotgun Red Bulls I've done in a shift at Bricks was like 6.
I've
And I was
drank-
working at double Bricks and Ritz.
I drank 6 vodka Red Bulls a couple years ago. No shots. 6 vodka Red Bulls. And my hangover the next day was fucking miserable. So I know that's when I learned that Red Bull and I aren't friends anymore.
Well, and that goes back to like the dehydration thing too.
Yeah.
Like those energy drinks don't help you at all when it comes to that.
No, not at all.
I just love alcohol.
Spoken like a true alcoholic.
Yeah.
I just love alcohol so
I
much.
love it so much.
I love it so much. I cuddle with the bottle every day. I even take a shower with it.
Do you remember
Shower
when
beers.
when I got back
Shower
from
beers.
Wisconsin, I was sober.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, you ain't drinking?
sober for 6 months.
Oh, that's impressive. Yeah.
I know. Especially, I was like working at Bricks, Ritz, completely sober.
Why did you take time off again?
I just.
Did you
when
get
I
in
was-
trouble?
When I was getting into a lot of trouble when I was in Wisconsin, and then when I moved back, I was like, okay,
Are you like America's Most Wanted or something?
surprise.
Did you kill someone?
Don't tell anybody.
Are you going to be on Discovery Channel?
Investigation Discovery.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sometimes you just need a reset.
Yeah. And I think that's what it was. Like, and then I remember the first night back drinking, actually, I didn't even take shots. I started out by drinking high noons, and I had one high noon, and I was buzzed. I was like, oh.
At least you're like a cheap night out, though.
I know, I'm such a lightweight.
That's a good thing. Like every time someone says they're lightweight, I'm like, good.
That's good.
You
That's
save
good.
money.
Yes.
I've quit drinking before. I've done multiple. I've done 97 days. I did 7 months. I've done a month. I've done Lent. I've done 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But no matter what, my alcohol tolerance is still high.
See, I can't go shot
That's
for
weird.
shot.
But my recovery level, it's really bad.
Especially him and Angel. Angel's really bad at it, but you're pretty bad at it too. Is we'll get off work here, go to tavern for a couple shots, and it's like one after the other after the other.
Yeah.
I remember one night we sat at tavern. I don't know if it was me, you, and Angel, or whoever, and there was literally 3 shots lined up in front of us before we even.
Oh, you were with me, and people were just buying us shots.
I was like, "There's no way I could do that. I can't take 3 shots head on." Like,
It's like when you girls go out, and let's say you just ordered a shot, and let's say I see you from across the bar, and like, hey, let me get another shot. Next thing you know, I bring you another shot. And that's how it was. We had just ordered a shot, and then someone else next to us had already ordered a shot, and then someone else saw us, and they're like, oh,
yeah,
here's a
from
shot.
across the bar. I'm like, okay, well,
That's
this.
where I fuck up, because I'm like, yes, give me all the shots, and then half hour later, I'm like, what's my name again?
I think it's a mental thing for me. If I'm taking like straight liquor, then I'm like, oh, I can't do that. But if I have a mixed shot,
And the mixed shots are a little different. These were all Stolio. I specifically remember that.
yeah, that would.
Mixed shots will fuck you up more than
Oh yeah, the hangover is so much worse.
Rumpleman's,
sugar.
the sugar.
Rumpleman's, Fireball, anything with sour mix. I'm like,
That's one thing that's crazy too. That like, so when I was bartending in Wisconsin, so I was bartending here, then I moved back to Wisconsin, and now I'm back here, obviously. But like, the shots are so different in like the different areas. So like, their lemon drop is Bacardi Limon with a sugar lemon, or like, our lemon drops here are. I mean, I guess they all differ from like place to place, but you've got like the vodka, the actual lemon juice, simple, sour. And I had friends come here last year for my birthday, and they're like, what the fuck is this shot? Like, why is it so big? They're serving them in like 1 ounce shot glasses in Wisconsin. Here you get like.
well, they don't have like Gatorades up there either, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked for a Gatorade, and they're like, we don't have Gatorade. I'm like, no, I don't want actual Gatorade. I want.
I think that's like a Jack's Beach thing.
It is.
Well, now it's all like I think now it's all over Jacksonville. But
I know. I said it
I
on
know
one of
it's
the
from
other.
down here.
I said it in one of the other podcasts, but I was working at the Ritz back then when I forgot who was the bartender that made up the Gatorade. I don't even want to be hungover ever again.
Me either.
Every time I'm hungover, I say I'm never drinking
Yep.
again, and
I
then
feel that.
I would like to
Vicious
have your
cycle.
hangover.
The vicious cycle.
It's not that great.
I feel like I got hungover worse when I was younger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine lasts like 2 to 3 days now.
Like I'm still hungover now, but when I was like young, I think I just maybe excessively drank more than I do now. Now I know like my stopping point, I guess.
Yeah.
But when I was young, I would be like dead, passed out, pretty
Yeah,
much
tapped out.
begging for death.
No, not at all.
Mine usually lasts like half a day. If I
I
eat, if I
wish.
just lay in bed.
Oh,
and
mine's
I-
an all day thing still.
Yeah.
If I mean it goes both ways. If I Uber Eats McDonald's,
That's
it's
my
always-
hangover. McDonald's
Yep.
and Popeyes, either one.
Popeyes. Ooh.
I can never eat when I'm hungover.
Oh, I
which
get it.
makes it 10
makes it
times worse.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll force myself to eat, and then it's not as bad. But if I just lay in bed and I don't eat anything, then it's like a whole day.
No, yeah, no. If I'm really bad and I'm dying, I can't eat.
Yeah. I agree.
So I just lay in bed until
Until it's gone.
shower, go outside.
So that's one of those showers where you
Shower.
like sit on the floor. Your hands
Yeah,
are just in
sit on
your
the
head.
floor. I've like thrown up while I'm showering.
I've added ice to the bathtub and just laying there with the water, just
Yeah, see, I wouldn't do that because then I have to go get ice. Like I'm crawling to the shower most of the time.
On
No,
all
you just-
fours.
Yeah,
you just have ice from your fridge.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You gotta walk to
she's
the
gotta walk to
kitchen
the kitchen to get
before
the
I
ice.
can walk to the shower.
Oh no, I'm not that lazy.
I am.
Yeah,
I will literally lay in bed all day, only get up to go to the bathroom, and that's it.
Well, I guess next episodes we should be talking about like remedies and what do you do to.
just chug pickle juice.
Ugh,
A McChicken, a large Dr. Pepper, and a small side of fries.
Dude, McDonald's Sprite brings me back to life. I don't know what it is about their Sprite, but
It's so fizzy. Actually,
it's the best, right? It's different.
So fizzy.
McDonald's Sprite.
They're- Same with their Coke. Little science, their straw is bigger.
I heard that before.
Yeah.
so that's why.
So it's more surface area on your tongue all at once.
I did hear that from somebody that it was their straw.
Science.
I'm gonna bring my McDonald's straw everywhere.
I was
That's probably as big as a McDonald's straw.
No, it's a tropical smoothie
Now I gotta go to
straw.
McDonald's after this to do scientific research.
No, I like getting the fries, like large fries from McDonald's. I'll put them like in a plate, throw cheese on there, and ham, and put them in the microwave. It's like my go-to if I'm like
Fancy.
drunk or hungover,
You said fancy.
Fancy.
I was thinking.
like ham
That's so
sarcasm.
rough.
Sarcasm.
or bacon, whatever I have
See,
in hand.
Bacon. I could do bacon and cheese.
Oh. Well, ladies, I appreciate you two being here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Any last thoughts?
Last words.
Any last words?
Don't be a creep at the bar.
Don't wait by trash cans.
Don't be trash.
Yeah,
don't be trash. Just don't be trash.
It's the trash episode.
Well, you heard it here, guys. If you want to pick up girls who are working behind the bar, I hope you guys learned something from this episode.
Me too.
Make sure you know how to read the room and read the vibes.
Yeah.
But either way, Courtney, anything else?
Nope.
All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next time. Much love.